Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler. This week we're going to be looking at some charts to watch, or in this video should I say that we're going to look at some charts to watch as price is approaching some key levels. So the main currency I want to really focus on this week is the Australian dollar. Again, in last week's charts to watch video, we looked at the Australian dollar against the sort of safe haven currencies. I'm going to have a look at those again, just because I feel like the Australian dollar is a place where we could potentially focus some attention. Now, looking at the daily chart, you can see a key level that I've placed in here is the current monthly low. Obviously, this month can continue to break that, but we did find support back at this current area around about that 0.6770 previously. So the market found some support there. We found some resistance again at this 6,800 sort of level, 6,810s, and then the market has fell ever since. Now, looking at the higher time frame, the weekly time frame, we could very much see a continuation of this with price coming back down into this 6,700 area in here. The Australian dollar very weak, of course, and with the potential of trade talks continuing to break down between the US and China, the Australian dollar is going to be affected the most. So we could see a continuation here of that Australian dollar weakness. So that's what I really want to try and focus on this week. So just diving down into a lower time frame, how will I look to potentially trade this market? Now, already been short for a while on this market, but I want to look at continuing that sort of sentiment. So obviously this low here is very, very important because price has been there before. Now, what we have to ask ourselves when price comes to a key level, is it going to break or is it going to bounce? Okay, so what you may see is some short-term bounces from this level before a breakthrough and then a continuation down because we've found some support here in the past. Or price may just completely take the level out, then pull back and continue down. Now, the Australian dollar continued to lose some ground this week across other currency pairs. So it's likely that we are going to see a breakout of these lows at some point. Crucially, though, when we look at these markets, we have to be aware of the risks. And the risk is that it does find support here. So please wait for a clear close below these lows before even considering looking for the short opportunity on this particular market. Now, just going to the dollar index, we talk about the dollar index quite a lot, and price is bouncing from that 97.85 level, and it's just coming back up into these highs around 98.45. Now, if we can break above that, then that would also coincide with the Australian dollar moving lower. But if price finds some resistance here, we may see again the Aussie sort of battle for a little bit of control in terms of strength and weakness. Obviously, the US dollar is fairly strong at the moment, so we are expecting the major currency pairs to continue to push lower. Now, an interesting chart to take a look at as well is gold. Gold is on its way back down towards this 1440, 1433 area where we expect to see some potential long opportunities coming into play. Now, we were looking for longs into that 1480 area, and the high of this candle came in around about 1478.74 was the high of that candle. So we're just shy of that key resistance level where we were looking for those short opportunities. But you know, price has now began to fall again and just going down into this lower time frame. You can see there's a potential great shorting opportunity last week on gold, but price is coming all the way back down into this supporting area. So I don't want to be short gold for too long. If you are looking to short this market, then you only want to be looking at it on a short-term basis, maybe an hour or a 15-minute time frame. But don't go into this daily time frame trying to short it because you've got no scope to do that. Price is coming back down into this support zone, so I'm going to be looking for different types of price action situations. Now, on the RSI currently, if we looked at a potential new low forming on gold and a higher low forming on the RSI, then we could be looking at a bullish divergence set up here on gold. So what that would look like is essentially price dropping below. Oh, I picked the wrong arrow there. Apologies. Where's the brush tool? Here we go. If price pushes into these levels here, takes out that low, and the RSI stays above this low formed here, then what we'd be looking for is some bullish divergence off there and long opportunities. So be a little bit patient with gold this week. We could be looking for long opportunities if price was to get through to the sort of bottom end of this support zone through here on 1433s. So very interesting chart to watch this week. Aussie, obviously wait for the breakdowns and then look for those continuing Aussie shorts. Gold, if price can get in here and start forming some bullish price action, then maybe we can look for some key long opportunities with potentials coming back up into these sort of 1560 areas, okay? Because the market's just in this retracement phase at the moment. We need to see some bullishness out of it. You know, look at this nice weekly time frame, nice weekly retracement. Where's it retracing to? Back to these previous weekly breakout highs. So if the market can pull back into there, then, you know, there's a potential for gold to continue higher. This has been John Kibler, Head Currency Analyst. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, and I will speak to you tomorrow.